Welcome to the first of your Ullr new instructor training session. And we will have 6 in total. Today is your first one. My name is Ling Lu. You can call me Ling. So I'm the director of Pacific Auto Club Sanoski. So this is one of the program under Ullr. We will be talk more about later. So I'm a PSIA level 2 certified instructor, and I have been teaching skiing and Ullr since 2017. So this will be my 8th year teaching skiing here. So today the goal is to help you to understand what commitments that are required to be an instructor for Ullr. And also we will go through a set of topics, includes what a typical instructor look like, the overview of Ullr, and the program that we are currently hiring for new instructors, and our process for class assignment, and also for training. We will also talk about the student orientation, the date and place, and our regular season schedule. And last, we will give you some homework to prepare for next season. So if you have any questions during the presentation, just ask and let me know. I will answer your question immediately. So first, what the day will look like for Ullr instructor. Actually, this is very aligned to my experience. As in the morning, you need to arrive at our building, Ullr building. You get your gear and get your uniform from the rack, and then you will need to attend a team meeting. The team meeting will be with your fellow instructors for the same program. And each program, they may have the meeting in different meeting area. And one important task from the meeting is you need to pick up your task, your class cards that will have your information about your class, the class level, and all your students on the card. So our lesson start at either 9:30 or 10 in the AM. That depends on your program. So most of our lesson will be 2 hours each session. So it's 2 hours morning and 2 hours in the afternoon. So for one day, there will be 4 hours in total. The exception is Bellevue Middle School and High School program. So they run 3 90-minute lessons with 30 minutes a break during each session, during the 2 sessions. So we will have our lunch break. Usually they are 30 to 6 minutes, also depending on your program. And after the day of the lesson successfully finished, you will attend our training, our clinics. The clinics the goals are for your certification and for your teaching improvement. So clinics will run from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Usually. You can choose the clinics that you are interested in, interested in to join. And after the clinics, you need to put your uniform, Ullr uniform, back to the rack and get your gears all together, and then we just go home. So everybody needs to leave our building by 6 p.m. On the class day. So any questions so far? Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are the certification and teaching improvement clinics required each time we go and teach, or is it like optional?
So the clinic itself is optional, but we encourage every instructor to attend to improve either your skiing skills or your teaching skills. So John, you want to add something to the clinics?
Yes, we feel the clinics are so valuable that we keep track of your attendance, and you get a 10 cents an hour per clinic hour that you attended pay increase. That's our way. We're not paying you to take clinics, and clinics are not required, but if you go to a clinic, we will recognize your effort by increasing your pay rate.
Thank you, John. Any more questions? Okay. So this is the top level picture of Ullr organization. So John is our president, and under Ullr, we have multiple programs. We have Bellevue program, Bellevue Ski School, running elementary program and middle school and high school program. And we have Ullr Snow Sports, running ski lessons for all ages and all day lessons. We have kart for racing, youth racing programs. We have PUC Sino Ski, that's my program. We have lessons for both kids and adults, and we many serve the Asian community. And also we have Beyond Ski. This is focusing on private lessons, and we have Husky Winter Sports. They also provide lessons for kids of a younger age range kids. And our head trainer Ed Kane, and he will lead the instructor training for the whole school later starting in December. So currently, if you it depends on your working eligibility. If you don't have SSN or US passport or green card, you can be a volunteer for these programs. Otherwise, you can opt for a paid instructor. So both Bellevue Ski School and Pacific Outdoor Club are nonprofit organizations, so they can support volunteers. So Bellevue Ski School it runs on Saturday only. So if you work for Bellevue Ski School, you can be either paid or for a volunteer, and you can get community service hours if you are students in the Bellevue School District. And if you are students and you work for Bellevue Ski School, but you are in a different district, school district, you need to check with your school counselor to get advice on this community service hours. Pacific Outdoor Club runs for both Saturdays and Sundays, and same as Bellevue Ski School, it can be paid or can be can volunteer. And if you are students, you want to get your community service hour, you can consult your school counselor, and you can get community service hours from Pacific Outdoor Club. And for this coming season, we especially need more new instructors to join Bellevue Ski School, because we have more students for this program, and we are expanding. So if you get a chance to work for Bellevue Ski School on Saturday, you have more chance of getting a class to be instructor, and you can also form a new community there with your friends and other fellow instructors. So this is a good opportunity for our new instructors. So how do we assign classes? So first, you need to attend pre-season trainings. So the trainings include both this online training and on-snow clinic. So each new instructor will be evaluated based on your riding, your skills, your participation, how much you attend these online meetings, and your understanding of the techniques, materials, knowledges that's presented to you during these meetings. So the scale is 1 to 6. So 1 means you did not understand the material or you did not engage. This is very rare, but we did see a few of this lack of engagement in the past. 3 will be the medium score. So 3 means you can apply the materials that you learned from the training, and also you are engaged in the training. So 6 is the highest score. 6 means you are actually exceeding the expectation of the level, and you can actually help advance the training itself. So this is very rare we haven't seen 6 scores so far. Based on this score, and all the staff, including new instructors and returning instructors, they will be ranked by the score and their certification status. And then the program director will assign classes based on the ranking. And one thing is to get a higher score in this rank, you want to attend more sessions and more engaged in these trainings. Then you can get a higher score, get a higher rank, more chance to get a class assignment. Also, because we adjust our classes based on our assessment of the students. So it could also happen that class assignment could happen anytime during the session. So we all need to be prepared. If the assignment comes, we are ready to teach, ready to lead the group. Any questions so far?
Yeah.
Hey, Ling, I just want to clarify.
Hey, Jeff.
So what Link's talking about is kind of a situation normal for any business. People are going to get sick. People are going to get injured. People are going to have an emergency trip that comes up, whatever. And we may not find out until the day before, or sometimes it's even the day of. Somebody will come up and say, hey, I heard so-and-so is not going to be here. So all the people that do not have classes yet are in a pool to be hired instantly, or I should say promoted instantly to be a lead instructor. And again, we're always keeping track of your participation in clinics, your overall score in the preseason training, and we keep this list and we say, okay, this person's ready. Are they here? Let's give them a class. So our goal is to see if we can get everybody out in front of a class to get some experience during this season. So at the very least, you will be a lead instructor next season. So even if you don't get a class immediately at the beginning of January, don't worry about it. Stay engaged, stay with your training. Your opportunity will come.
I heard there's another question, right?
Oh yeah. So if in the future I have conflicts with these online team meetings, so is there any way to like maybe deal with that, or is that just gonna affect me negatively in the future?
So for missing of the training, so for the knowledge itself, we will share the material so you can still get some information, but you will miss all the activity portion. Also, you will miss the chance to practice your instructing skills during the training. And if you miss a session, you wouldn't get a score for that session. So that will negatively impact your final ranking. Yes. So we encourage everybody to try to make all the trainings.
Oh, I see. So you're referring to both the in-person trainings and the online Teams ones, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. For the online training, Ling mentioned the presentation decks are going to be linked from the cadet page. And so once you're hired, once you've given me the I-9 and your passport, or you've told me you're going to volunteer, then we hire you and you get an Ullr account. You can log in, you can pull down those decks. If you can't make it, then go through the deck. And if you've got some family, you can actually do the activities yourself if you're so motivated. With your family or friends. If you've got a couple of friends that are with you that you know that are doing this, maybe one of them was able to go to the meeting and they're able to share what they learned with you. So there is a way for you to stay engaged, even though you haven't gone through all these sessions. These next 6 sessions are intended to help facilitate you learning the information in the decks and be prepared for the training that happens with the entire school in December. And if you want to be up to speed on these decks so that when you start hearing about things, because the all school meetings, the material is the people there and the material we're presenting is built on all of these sessions. So you won't feel lost when you join those sessions, even if you haven't been able to go to the previous sessions. So I think there's a way you can stay engaged. The most important sessions are the ones in December online and on the snow. So when we go through the schedule, you'll want to be taking a look to see that you can make those.
Right. Thank you, John. Any other questions?
Oh, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So how many instructors are assigned for one class?
So one class, one instructor. So this instructor will be leading the whole class. So we will have some helpers. So those people, they are cadets. So they still need to need some more trainings to be ready to be an instructor. But generally, there will be one instructor for one class.
Okay, thank you.
I have another question in terms of scheduling. Since assuming that everything goes well during the training before January, and then starting from January, are we going to be paired with someone, as the leading instructor in terms of scheduling? So what I mean by that is, are we going to say, hey, we're always going to be in the class for Saturday morning or Sunday morning, that kind of stuff, or are we going to be assigned right before, the weekend?
I think your question is will you know in advance that you will be instructor for one class, right? Instead of just before the class.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So this class assignment will be determined and shared by program director. So usually this information will be out a couple of days before the actual class date, and instructor will usually will stay with the same class throughout the entire season, unless there will be some adjustment to make a better class. So if you were ready to be instructor and you got assignment for class, usually you will be leading that class throughout the season.
Yeah, I think in the chat there's someone who says, what if we're not assigned as a leading instructor? How will that situation be?
Okay, so if somebody is not ready to be instructor at the beginning of the season, we will assign this person as a cadet and to be paired with a more experienced instructor to lead the class. So this is also the continuous training of that person until this person is ready to be instructor to lead a class. So everybody will get a chance to be assigned to class either as instructor or as cadet. Jiang, do you have any addition?
I'm typing an answer to some of the chat questions. So yes, you'll have quite a bit of time to prepare for your class ahead of time. If you were assigned a never ever class, for instance, we have orientation sessions that happen the week before ski school starts, and you'll have a chance to meet your class over at Ullr Middle School, which is, I hope, where we're going to do our orientations again this year. And we just go through the first day progressions, which you'll become very familiar with. And it's nice because you have a nice environment. Everybody's wearing comfortable clothes. You get to see what your students look like without all the gear on, likewise for them. And that way you can see how they move, how athletic they are, how not athletic they are. And based on that experience, you can then make up a lesson plan for your first day. And then you just keep going on. You assess how your previous class went, you make up a class plan for the next class. You have the same kids week after week.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thanks. So moving on, our training schedule. So you can see we started early in October, and in this month we have 3 sessions of our online training, and this online training will continue into November, where we will have the next the rest of 3 online training. And early December, after the Thanksgiving holiday, we will start our Ullr U. That's a training for our entire staff. All the instructors under Ullr will attend this training. So we have 2 Ullr U session followed by 2 on snow trainings. So the on snow training will be the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, following that Ullr U session. So both days we will be on snow and practice our teaching. And in January, the first weekend of January, we will have our final on snow training. And after that training session, we will have the score, the ranking for all the instructors. So we will also start hiring instructors around that time. Any questions for the training schedule?
Question about the Ullr trainings. So before the on snow is the Ullr training. Is that happen in Bellevue? I mean, the location is not in the the place that it goes snow. It's in somewhere in Bellevue, right?
I think
I may miss that.
Yeah, I think for this season we are still doing online Ullr U, right, John? Yeah, I think we
Sorry,
are.
I was on mute.
Yes, right.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah. COVID is still with us.
Okay, yeah. So
and we're going to be online.
Okay, so for the 2 Ullr U's will be online, and the weekend we'll go to Summit for the on snow clinic.
Okay. And also I think I missed ask the question in the right time. So what it is the we're in the Bellevue school district, the Newport High School. So in order for us to use the hours as volunteer hours, do we still need to get some sort of signature from the school, or it's not necessary?
I'm not sure about the Newport High School, how they do it. So previous season, I got some online verification from our instructors. So they send me a link from their school. So I just going online and verify that they report their hours. So I think the process depends on the school district, also probably the individual schools. So you can check with your school counselor to see what's the process. So in any no matter what process, we will be verifying and providing you this community service hours.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Oh yeah, I have a question. So
sure.
In general, how long will the new instructor training classes last?
So the online session will last around 1 hour to 1.5 hours, depending on the content and activity.
I see. Thank you.
Yep. Any more questions? Okay. So we will host our thank you. We will host our student orientation and Odo Middle School. It's in Bellevue. So for Bellevue Middle School, there will be one night for elementary program and another night for mid and high school program. So you only need to go to the night for your program that you are assigned to. So this information will be sent to you by your program director before the new students orientation. So if you work for Pacific Outdoor Club, the same place for the orientation, there's only one night for both Saturday and Sunday programs. So far, any questions for new student orientation? Oh,
Is
one
this for
thing is,
cadet or is it for,
sure,
sorry,
sure.
is this the orientation for cadet or is it for the student who are actually applying for the training?
Oh, so this orientation is for students, for the new students to our programs. And also we also ask all the never ever class instructors to attend, because during the orientation, we will do some dryland session to help them to get familiar with their equipment and some basic some basic movement. So this is for students and never ever class instructors.
Yeah, hey Ling, I've got a
Hey,
question that was on the chat that's kind of
uh-huh,
related to this a little bit. The
okay.
person was asking, do we get paid for training? So you don't
Mhm.
get paid for training because training is optional. It's a decision you're making based on your life and the other things you've got going on. And you're making a decision based on how badly you want to be an instructor. And like I said, there's room for those folks that are having a hard time getting up into making room for ski school training, because I know everybody's got very busy lives and you've decided to be interested in this. So we try to accommodate you by saying you can still be a cadet. Your training path is just going to look a little different than the people that can put in a lot of time in the preseason to qualify to be an instructor right away. So that's a decision that you make. That's why training is not paid for. However, once you get an assignment, that's the magic word, an assignment, that's not optional. We need you to be there to do some work. And the student orientation is the very first assignment that instructors have during the season. So for that hour that you come to work at a student orientation, you will be paid.
Thank you, John. More questions?
Yeah, I had kind of
Mm,
a question.
sure.
So if we start the season being still like as a cadet and not an instructor, do we still get paid for like the lessons that we help like teach or not?
Oh, go ahead, John.
Oh, yeah, you get everybody who's hired, whether you're a cadet or instructor, will get paid for the time you put in on the Hill helping with classes. Except cadets are going to be like $18 an hour and instructors are going to be $22 an hour.
So how do you become an instructor over a cadet?
Go ahead, Ling. I'm typing away here.
Okay, so in short, when you are ready to be an instructor, so what means when you are ready, right? You need to demonstrate your understanding of the skills, the knowledge that required to be instructor, and you have showed your engagement in the class, right? You showed your interest in working with your students, even no matter what level and what age group.
I see. Sorry.
Yeah, and instruct and your we will trainers will assist you and give you a score. So that's the criteria that you can be promoted from cadet to instructor.
Yeah,
Okay,
and cadet
thank you.
and Ling made a very important point earlier that you may not have picked up on. So the more sessions you go to, the more grades you get, and those total up. We total everything up. So if you go to every single training session and you get a 2 or a 3, that's going to be, let's see, 4 on snow sessions, and let's just do it that way because that's going to be easier. The online sessions, we just mark who's present or not. So you get like a point for that. But if you get 3 for 4 sessions, that's 12 points. If you only make, and even if you only get a 2 out of 4 sessions, that's 8 points. But if you go to 2 sessions, you would have to get a 4 to get 8 points. And a 4 is like, most of our instructors don't even get 4s. So you can see how we value participation above all things.
Yep.
I see. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Okay, if there's no more question, I will change to next slide. So this is part of the 2024 schedule from the PDF file. So this part is starting in January after our holiday break. So we will have our orientation that we just mentioned on January 3rd and 4th, at for the Ullr snow sports and for Pacific Auto Club Sino ski. And also we will have Bellevue ski school orientation the next week on 10th and 11th. And like we just mentioned, the first weekend in January, the 6th and 7th, will be our last on snow clinics, and instruction hiring will also happen after this clinic. So all our programs will start in the second weekend in January. That's the 13th and 14th. So we will have one weekend, one break weekend, the President's Day weekend break. Our Bellevue Ski School, Ullr Snow Sports, Husky Winter Sports, and POC will break for this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. The only exception is our card program. It will continue to run during this this weekend. So depends on the program length. Some are 7 weeks, some are 8 weeks. For same weeks program, for example, Ullr Snow Sports Kart or POC, the last session will be first weekend of March. For this year, for next year will be 2nd and 3rd of March. And for 8 weeks programs, our Bellevue Ski School and Husky Winter Sports, their last session will be the next week, the 9th and 10th of March. And we have 1 weekend that we reserve as a backup weekend. So if there's any thing happened during the season, for example, if we had too much snow and I-90 closed or the summit closed, we have to postpone our program. Then that weekend can be used as a makeup. So this is a regular season look like. Any questions so far?
So Ling, there's lots of stuff in the chat session.
Oh, okay.
I'm being kept pretty busy.
I didn't.
So
Okay.
Yeah. So when you're not getting any response to any questions, that's okay.
Okay. Let's see this question. Oh, so John, have you replied to all?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, John. Okay. So what you can expect for next session. So I think today we provide information about the how to be an instructor and how to become instructor, and what instructor the life will look like during the day, and what sessions that you need to attend, what commitment you need to make. So we hope this information can help you decide if you want and if you can commit to be an instructor for the next season. So if your answer is yes, then starting next week, we'll start practicing being an instructor during those training activities. So also for people who decided to commit, so the homework for you is first, you can review the presentation that you can find from Ullr website. If you don't know where to find it, we can send a link later. Also, we ask you to take a free online course from PSIA and AASI website. Here's a link. So you need to create a free account. This is non-member account, so you don't need to pay for the membership. So go to education, go to e-learning, find that course, and take it. And when you select the course, you need to select this is a new instructor class, and also fill in the ski school is Ullr Inc. So once you take that class, please send a notification to John in the email. And next week, before our next session, send John your class completion certificates. Any questions? No? Okay. So this is my last slide for today. But I think one thing I can share is to be an instructor during the season actually is not a small commitment, because you have responsibility. You need to make sure you can commit to all this to the season long class and training and other activities that's required by the program. But this is also very rewarding, because during the session and after session, you got a lot of practice, a lot of clinics on your own skiing and also on your own teaching. You will feel, at least for me, I will feel after each season, I feel I improved both on my own ski and also on my teaching as instructor. So this is a very rewarding experience. So anybody has any questions?
Good question here. So if I already have the CSIA certificate as an instructor or even PSIA, do I still have to take all those trainings and also like the online courses?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and we expect you to do very well.
So for the training, many are instructors. They have been teaching here for multiple years, but they still go through the training every season, because the training itself first help you refresh your memory, right? Secondly, each time you go through this session, you can find yourself some deeper understanding of some of the concepts, some of the skills that you may not understand before, but now you have deeper understanding. You can better apply those knowledge into your skiing and into your teaching.
Yes, we, other than the new folks, we don't expect that there's too much we're going to be showing you in the preseason that you don't already know. So the whole idea is to practice and to watch other people teach and go, wow, that's something that person did that I want to try, because I think that was really cool. And there may be people that will be watching you practice teaching, and they will take away something really neat from you. So it's all about sharing and practicing.
There's a question, do I need ACS number to be an instructor? Yes.
Yes. Only if you want to be paid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, paid instructor. Yes. That's right.
Yeah, because we have many people that don't have a green card, for instance. They're here on an E3 work visa, and so they have to volunteer.
Any more questions?
I have a small question to ask. Do we have any support to help students become or get PSIA certificate by the end of the season?
Yes. So like we mentioned before, every class day, when all the classes are finished, we will have our clinics, right? So one clinic is to help people who are working towards their certification. So we have level 1, level 2, and level 3 clinics. John can provide more information on this certification.
Yeah, generally, people that are going for certification are people that have already taught for 1 year. So they're coming back on their second year. And that's because the level of preparation is, I'm not going to say it's difficult, it's extensive. And the whole difference, you'll hear level 1, level 2, and level 3. So those are the 3, I'll call them scopes of PSIA certification. Level 1, and all the exams are actually almost identical. The only difference is the scope of your knowledge. So for a level 1 candidate, you're expected to know how to teach in the green zone, which is going to be green runs. And there's 5 different turns that or activities that you're responsible for. And then level 2, there's like 10, and you're going to be on the blue runs. And level 3 is unlimited. They can ask you to teach anything, anywhere, in any kind of snow conditions. So each level exam goes up a lot in level of scope and difficulty. And in order to just prepare for the very first level, takes about 2 years.
Thanks for that.
Anybody has any more questions? Pass. Oh yeah, this question I can answer. So if you already got your pass after you are hired as instructor, you can purchase instructor season pass, and the summit will refund your previous pass. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, so if no questions, so we will finish today. So I will share, actually John have already posted the PDF files on the Ullr website. So you can review it and remember the homework, and hope to see everybody back next week.
Yeah, I've got a few more things. I'm just replying here on, okay. On the chat here.
A chat, okay.
So the one thing I'd like to point out, the difference between a staff pass and a regular pass. The regular pass is unlimited. You will be able to ski Alpental, any base area the entire season. And if that's important to you, then you should keep that pass, because the staff pass is restricted. You can only ski unlimited at Summit Central. During January and February, the staff pass is blacked out at Alpental. So if you want to go spend any time at Alpental January, February, you won't be able to do that on the staff pass. But frankly, you're pretty busy.
Yeah, I would say the instructor pass actually is equivalent to the LTD pass.
Yeah,
equivalent. So that means if you buy regular LTD pass, you cannot go to Alpental during January and February. I mean weekend January and February, but you can go there during a weekday. Same as instructor pass.
So for the question here, where do we find the PowerPoints on the Ullr website? Once you have your cadet account, you'll log in and you'll see the cadet page, and you can scroll down under training resources and each of the decks for each of the 6 weeks. So if you want to read it ahead, you can. They're all linked there. So in order to get your cadet account, you have to complete your paperwork with me, either emailing me that you're going to be a volunteer or sending your I-9 and your passport and or your green card.
So John, they need to do this before the next session, right?
Well, not necessarily, because you're going to provide the presentation. It depends on if they really need to see the presentation right now, or if they, if you get signed up in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think that'd be fine.
Okay. Okay, membership
Then
type.
We just tell in that need to sign you. It will give you.
Hello. So your voice dropped a little bit, so we cannot hear clearly. Can you repeat your question?
Yes. So just I did not kind of. What exactly we need to tell John? We want to participate, at least as a cadet, something, or instructor. Well, if my if good enough, then otherwise, no matter either we choose to be instructor, well, to do instructor or the cadet, we both need to send John some kind of email, right? Saying we like to volunteer or participate, something like that, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, you need to send John the information because that's required for you to be hired either as cadet or later instructor. But that's the first step. Yes.
Yeah, everyone starts as a cadet.
Yep.
Thanks.
There's a question, what about employment status?
So just say you're a student. You probably don't have a job right now.
I guess this is for PSA non-member registration, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they want to know whether you're a member, whether you're, just say that you're, what would be the options on the form? I haven't even looked at it.
Volunteer, part-time or full-time?
Part-time or full-time. Oh, it's going to be part-time if you're getting paid, volunteer if you're volunteering. No one is full-time. Thanks, Nathan. Thanks for being right on top of that. Okay, so I've had somebody else ask me this question about whether if you miss this class, are you in or out? So we're actually going to repeat a mini version of what we just went through next week. Next Tuesday. It's a different day because some people have something going on Wednesdays. All the other sessions are going to be Wednesdays, but I offset the second meeting on a Tuesday so additional people can join. And we'll probably, instead of spending a whole hour on all this, we'll spend maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes and refer you to the FAQ. I'm capturing all these questions that were taken tonight, and we will post these on the website as well. And or probably better off, we'll just email them to everybody. So these, the answers to all these good questions will already be available, and that will save us a lot of time because we want to get into the first bit of training next week. But if somebody didn't make the class today, they can come next Tuesday and still be up to speed.
Yep, I just shared the full schedule on the screen.
I gotta figure out, Sarah, I want to capture the attendance, or can you do that, Ling?
I don't know where to capture, maybe under people.
Yeah, there should be a way you can capture the attendance before we drop.
Okay. Oh yeah, here. Download the attendance list. Okay. I did that. Okay. Okay, I have the list already.
Question for this is my son was in the class for like 40 minutes, then he has to join his other class, but we're using my email to join. So how do you capture his name?
I need to check. Yeah, okay. Actually, on the attendance, I saw multiple people, all the name that's showing up. So if your son is using your account, can you send me the name of your son? Then I can make a note here.
Okay. Okay. How do I send to you? Email or what?
You can send an email.
Okay.
Yep. Same,
Cool. Thank you.
same thing for me. I'm attending on behalf of my son because he has a tournament to attend right now. So what is your email address that I can send to you? He'll be watching this recording.
Yeah, I just sent my email address to the chat. Also,
Okay.
Also the same email address that sent you the meeting request, the meeting information.
Got it.
Okay. Any more questions?
Hi. So
Hi.
I'm kind of confused about the PSIA website because I signed up, but I don't really know where to go next. Like, where's all the certificate lesson classes, and how do I submit them to like you guys?
Yeah, you should be able to click on education, and then look for the new instructor classes.
I did not see it. Like, I'm not sure if I did something wrong or because I used the link on the PowerPoint. Like, I typed it in the PSIA, the link.
Yeah, that got you to the Snow Pros. I can double check.
This one, right?
Let me just go there really quick here.
Yeah, I'm doing this too.
Oh, because it's a little weird. You have to actually check out the class, put it in your shopping cart like you're going to pay for it.
Oh.
But when the shopping cart shows up, the price is $0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Let's see. Education. Here, education products and downloads.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
Did you find it?
Yes.
E-learning and online courses.
Yeah. Okay, I found it.
Yeah, you create a free account, non-member account. And then once you get into the
e-learning and online courses, right?
Yeah, and non-member access, there's the course for new instructors, delivering the beginner experience, introduction to working with children, mountain safety, all those, want you to take all those.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Thank you. I'm really glad you're looking into that.
And do we take snips of our completion for those courses?
Once you've identified that you're with Ullr, they should send them to me automatically, but just in case, you can download it and email it also to me. It's a PDF, so you'd be able to download the PDF completion certificate.
Okay, thank you.
So to clarify, do you want us to take all the courses that are free?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're especially interested in the course for new instructors, delivering the beginner experience alpine or snowboard if you're snowboard, and introduction to working with children. I think the others are interesting, but those three are the critical ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found the courses as well. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out how to copy the chat.
Oh, okay. you don't need to copy the chat because after meeting, I can access the history, so I can compile it.
Oh, okay,
or I can,
fantastic.
or I can send all the information to you. Okay. So I guess there's no more questions for today.
Yeah, one person's having a hard time logging into their SnowPro account.
Oh, error.
Did you create the non-member account, Hayu? Hayu's just going to chat to me.
Okay. Yeah. I saw her email. Yeah.
I'm not the web person for. Tell you what, Hayu, if you can send me an email to jquicks. Let me put my email address down here because I think everybody probably needs to know that anyway. Send me your I-9s, etc. Send that to me and I can go and check, and worst case, I can talk to their webmaster.
Okay, look at there's no more questions in the chat.
Look at that, we got it done in an hour.
Same also, yeah. There's one more question. So we just send all the information to this email the following days.
Yes.
I think that's for the course. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are done for today. Thank you so much.
I look forward to seeing everybody next Tuesday.
Yes. See you again next
Thank
Tuesday.
you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.